Good morning. I am 5 minutes earlier today. So if you're watching in recording, you know the drill. You can fast forward 5 minutes or stay with us as we go through our hellos. See that people are joining, but for some reason I can't tell who. As always, Facebook is serving some curveballs. Oh, thank you, Yanni, for saying good morning. Now I know it's you. It just fascinates me. One day it shows me who's coming on, another day not. One day you can make comments, the next day you can't. But it is what it is. We just work with what we have, right? And Yanni, how is the sound today? I assume that it's okay since I'm doing it from home. Something from the studio is not working out very well. Good morning, Judy. Good morning, Gina. I'm glad you are joining us, and I hope it is from your own home with your intranet back. Good morning, Jean. Thank you, Yanni. Yeah, it's interesting how from home it's fine and from the studio it's not, although I'm using the exact same setup. Good morning, Mariella. All right, it is time for us to start. And today we continue exploring the ethical guideline of Satya, or truthfulness. Today I'll be reading a chapter from Deborah Adele's book, Yamas Niyamas, which once again I highly recommend. And then we'll do a short reflection on that. This chapter is called Truth is Fluid. She writes, truth has fluidity about it. The compassion of ahimsa, or non-violence, keeps truthfulness from being a personal weapon. It asks us to think twice before we walk around mowing people down with our truth and then wonder where everybody went. The fluidity of truth also requires that we clean our lens and periodically get new glasses with which to observe the world. Our seeing is limited by all the groups that shape us, as well as by our own experience. What we believe, whether we are aware of that belief or not, informs everything we do and every choice we make. To be a bold person of truth is to constantly look for what we are not seeing and to expose ourselves to different views than the ones that we hold sacred. Yogi Raj Achala reminds us, what are you not seeing because you are seeing what you are seeing? I'll repeat that. What are you not seeing because you are seeing what you are seeing? Carl Jung understood the fluidity of truth when he made the statement that what is true at one time for us at some point no longer serves us and eventually can even become a lie. He understood that truth changes over time. What was true when we were 2 years old is no longer true or even relevant when we are 17. In Modern Man in a Search for a Soul, he writes, thoroughly unprepared, we take the step into the afternoon of life. Worse still, we take the step with a false presupposition that our truths and ideals will serve us. But we cannot live the afternoon of life according to the routine of life's morning. For what was great in the morning will be little at evening, and what in the morning was true will at evening become a lie. And now, as a side note, from my perspective, not Deborah Adele's, I think that this point is super important. So often in the yoga classes I hear, well, I was able to do it 20 years ago. How sad that I cannot do it right now. I must be getting old and weak. Well, yes, this is true that none of us is getting any younger. But that does not have to be a sad, depressing thing. If you are really honest with yourself, why do you think you need to do the same things you did 20 years ago? In reality, many of those things are not even relevant anymore. You're changing every day. The you 20 years ago is not the you today. When we accept this as a fluid truth, we will be able to relax into life so much more, to become so much more comfortable in our own skin. Personally, I am totally cool with not being the same as 25 years ago, for example. Then it was totally normal for me to yell at the top of my lungs and even throw glasses at the wall in frustration when I was fighting with my boyfriend. Right now, I like myself so much more, and I bet so would my boyfriend had we stayed together. Deborah Adele continues, the guideline of Satya, truthfulness, asks us to update our beliefs and values and views in order to stay current with ourselves and our surroundings. So let's explore this together. Take a comfortable position and, as usual, take a few moments to acknowledge the truth of being you right now, both internally and externally. As you take this mindful pause, inhabit it with all your senses. Allow yourself to soften from the inside out. Soft, steady breath, no effort. As always, if you'd like to dedicate this practice to a specific person or all sentient beings, you can quietly repeat, may they be happy, healthy, and free. May they be filled with loving kindness. Now, without any judgment, without any expectation, without any shoulds or musts, reflect on your ideas and beliefs that once served you very well, but now have become archaic. You may unknowingly be holding on to the things that you no longer need. What are they? Be truthful with yourself. There is nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to be embarrassed about. Take a close look at what has once been true and now may be a complete lie, but you are still holding on to it because you think that without it your identity is somehow compromised. If such beliefs surface for you now, honor them because they brought you to your current place. And at the same time, see if you're willing to let go of what no longer serves you. ask yourself, am I ready to let go of this? The answer may be yes or no. Doesn't matter. Honor it. Accept it. You may even say, even though I'm not ready to let go of this yet, I am willing to do it eventually. Trust this process and know that as you move and open up to the possibility of letting go of your old beliefs that no longer serve you, you're forging a path toward a clearer, more authentic you. I'll give you a couple of minutes in silence to explore that. And I'd like to complete our practice with a poem from Dana Folds. A life of truth walks the edge between ease and effort. There is nothing you must do to win approval. No list of saintly acts to tick off one by one. No required deprivations. Say yes to life, and you are blessed with countless opportunities to choose wholeness over fragmentation. You need but knock for doors to open wide. Ask, and you are filled with a presence so vast that all the words in your personal lexicon amount to nothing in its silence. Stop seeking long enough to receive the spirit that's already within you. Just be your truest self right now. And the voice you've longed to hear will speak through you. Release your grip on limitation, and possibilities roll out like endless ocean waves. And all you have to do is kick off your shoes and run barefoot in the sand. As you go about your day today, I encourage you to pay attention to all the things from the past that you are still clinging to, although clearly you don't need them anymore. As always, notice what you notice. No expectation, no judgment. And there is no need to actively let go, to push anything away, to painfully separate yourself from these beliefs. Just open up your mind to the possibility that maybe, just maybe, you no longer need some of them. And watch how this frees up your energy for the further emergence of your authentic realness. Thank you so much for being here today. Have a wonderful day, wonderful explorations of your truths, and I'll see you tomorrow.